It's so nice to see you. I'm Danielle Donahue, the Executive Director of the WBCA, and we're very pleased to present some of the WBCA's highest honors today with you. Our first award is going to be the Wade Trophy, and presenting the Wade Trophy on behalf of the WBCA is head coach Mike Neighbors from Arkansas. He is the chair of our D1 Awards Committee. Mike, come on up.
It's way heavier than you think, I promise you. And it should be heavy because of the name that it carries, the Wade Trophy. This is the one. There's a lot, but this is the one. I will tell you that the vote this year was very quick, it was fast, and it was very deserving. And it's an honor to have sat in that room for the last 2 years, and an honor to run this back from what we did last year. And the winner of this year's Wade Trophy is from the University of Iowa, and it's Caitlin Clark. There you go. Remember, here, right here. Oh, you're welcome. Got it? Sounded like the last one, didn't it? Yeah.
Would you like to say? Sure, gotcha.
Well, thank you. More than anything, I just want to thank the Women's Basketball Coaches Association. Like he said, this is a big award, and to be able to do it twice and be on the same list as a lot of great players is tremendous. Coaches around the country that voted on this, I'm just very grateful more than anything. And to be back here playing with my team in the Final Four and celebrating this is what means the most to me. So just really thankful and grateful and excited for Friday.
All right. Congratulations, Caitlin. Our next award is our Division I National Coach of the Year. And this award is being presented to a coach that's no stranger to this award. This coach now has won this award by vote of her peers 3 years in a row and 4 out of the last 5 years. So this coach is at the top of the game, and her peers wanted to give her this recognition, which is incredibly meaningful to her. It's my pleasure to present the D1 National Coach of the Year, the WBCA's Coach of the Year, to Dawn Staley.
Again, thank you, Danielle. Thank you to the voters, my peers, for another tremendous honor to represent this trophy. Obviously, with the people that, again, they do the heavy lifting. They work behind the scenes, and I'm the one that's hoisting the trophy, but I certainly know where my bread is buttered, and I really appreciate all of you all for sacrificing so much, working so hard, agreeing to disagree agreeably, and then our players. I didn't mention this with the AP, but my players having to deal with all of us, and in a way in which they make it fun. At least this year, they've made it fun. They've made it different, and yet we have the same results. So. Obviously they're teaching us how to do some things differently, but still having the same type of success. So thank you all, for coming out. Thank you to the WBCA and Danielle and all the coaches for this incredible honor.
Okay, we have one more award, and I think a legend is coming up to help present this award, Mel Greenberg. And so many years ago, the WBCA, with Mel's help, wanted to make sure we always acknowledge the very important role of the media. And so this is, again, one of our highest honors, and it's so important to us to acknowledge the media and the role that you all play in helping us continue to grow the game. So this award is in Mel's name, one of our Hall of Famers, and he'll come up to help present it.
Greetings, everyone. You know, in the past few weeks, since the recent viewing numbers started exploding, many notes have come my way saying, "You must be happy to see what you've done." And I said, excuse me, it was never an issue here. I knew one day they would catch up. In the early years of handling the poll, the most fun along the way was bringing joy when many teams earned their first ranking. I would call the SID and alert them that they were likely to have a bunch of media at their practice the next day. "Probably not, we don't get much," was the reply, followed by a call the next evening, "Thanks for the heads up." Later, when things became established in the print world, the next topic became television. During her Olympic year, our dear departed friend, KL, said to me prior to the Tokyo Games, "If we do good, maybe we'll start seeing more of our college games on TV." In many ways, this year's Mel Greenberg winner, well, it's weird to have to talk outside my body here, completes a coach-player tandem in the history of this honor that began in 1991 when Kay, then the WBCA president, blindsided me with the extra news of what was being set up in terms of putting my name on the award. The coach happens to be here in the room in one of our past winners, Carol Stiff, because like coaches, you must have a vision of what you want your program to be. And none can deny that at ESPN, Carol certainly did that. But to bring it to success, as we've seen, you need to have a star player. And in television, that individual is the one who oversees production, harnessing whatever exists and adding whatever technology comes along to not only present the games, but tell the stories in dynamic ways to make everyone household names across America. Of course, recently, we've seen it also helps every night to have a player that can make baskets from 35 feet away. But to my point, on ESPN, Patricia Lowry certainly has been that individual. A few months after Muffet McGraw left Notre Dame, she said to me, "I never thought I'd be this busy." I replied, "You and I are not in the traditional meaning of retirement that appears in our biographies. Neither is Carol, now president of the Women's Sports Network, and neither is Patricia, who has moved on to her next chapter. None of us retired to mow lawns after leaving our prior longtime affiliations. To get an enhanced appreciation of all Patricia has done, I suggest reading the award announcement at the WBCA website. But for now, it is an honor to present this year's WBCA Mel Greenberg Media Award winner, Patricia Lowry."
Thanks, Mel. Sure. I will be.
So Mel mentioned Carol Stiff, who I want to call the GOAT, because back in the day when nobody cared about women's basketball and getting it on TV, Carol fought the fight and fought the fight. There would be times that my good friend Carol, I would be like, I've called SportsCenter 10 times asking for them to get a highlight on, could you do it for me this time? And we took that back and forth and did it. But I will say this about my previous employer, they were there. They were there back in the mid-90s. They were the ones who were out really trying to showcase women's basketball. Could they have done more? Yes, but we all could have done more. But it's great to see where the game is today, and it takes so many things to get it to grow to get to this point. It takes great players, it takes great coaches, and it takes everyone doing a little extra to just push it forward. And I was blessed with the greatest team in the world, some of them out here. Producing a basketball game, you have to have teammates, and you're not anything without your team. And as Caitlin has said over and over again, her team meant the world to her, my team meant the world to me. And I want to throw in another person from that team, which is the NCAA representative, Natalie Steger. This poor woman, I had ideas. Oh, I want to do a Bird and Tarazi show. I want to do this. I want to do that. Find room in the arena. Do this, do that. Anything crazy I threw at Natalie, she figured out a way to make it happen, and couldn't have a better teammate in the world than Natalie and Carol. And then I look out here at the rest of my colleagues and just so blessed. So thank you very much. I'm proud to accept this award, but I'm accepting it for all them.
All right, on behalf of the WBCA, thank you. That concludes our presentation, and good luck to all the competitors, and to the media, thank you for continuing to tell our stories. Thank you.